As an old saying has it, if a man is destined to drown, he will drown even in a spoonful of water. And in the end, the tragedy of our entire existence comes down to a slow drowning into inevitability. And when our lungs are full, we always depart in the same way, with a broken dream and an empty spoon. Empty, just like our souls. My name is Mordred Foley, and what I'm about to tell is one of those stories that will keep you awake.
Hello, hello. Welcome all. I hope my audio's showing. Alright. Anyway, so welcome guys. This is DAZEL, and today we are starting this new game called Dry Drowning, which looks very dark and interesting, and it's part of the itch bundle. It's part of the itch bundle. It was from the itch.io bundle, the racial justice and equality bundle from last year June, if everyone remembers. And this was like one of the longer games on it, so I decided to give it a shot, right? So far I've been playing all the shorter games from the bundle, and I kind of want to have something really unexpected, because I have no idea what this game is about aside from like what the synopsis says, which is like some sort of dystopian detective noir thriller thing. And I realized just now that the subtitles were kind of covered by my subtitles, so let me take a second to make myself smaller again. Okay, hopefully that works. Yeah. Got it. Alright, so anyway, I have no idea what to expect, but either way it'll be interesting, so let's start. I'll keep an eye on subtitles. If I need to adjust myself, I'll adjust myself further. Come on, be honest, what are you really afraid of? Also, I'm totally gonna expect a lot of reading, so I've prepared two large cups of water for me to drink. But if there's voice acting, I'm going to be very thankful for it as well. Loneliness? Or maybe death? No. What you truly fear is being forgotten. Living the mediocre life of a loser. How would I know? How would I know? Well, that's because you and I are more similar than you like to admit. Than you would like to admit. Oh god. Reading comprehension. And that's why I know exactly how to make you suffer. Thanks to me, you will learn that every happy ending— whoa, there's a face, alright. There's a head. It's a lie. Every happy ending is a lie. City of Nova Polemos, I guess Polemos. City of Nova Polemos on a rainy winter night. 2 years. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to read a lot now. It's been 2 damn years. I can't quite believe I'll be able to go back to live a normal life. Time to do a lot of reading. It could be such a nice day if it wasn't for this stupid rain. Hera's already home. Foley investigations. I better not disturb her. She hates being interrupted while she's playing. I'll just smoke a cigarette and tell her the good news as soon as she's done. Damn it, I'm fresh out, but I should have a pack somewhere in my office. To explore the current location, select Investigate from the Aqua OS menu in the upper left corner. Ooh, that's cool. There's a cool UI. Investigate. Select the area you want to inspect to receive information or potential evidence and clues essential for solving the case. A map showing the central area of Nova Polemos. Hera's workstation, very neat, just as you expect from her. Hera's favorite flowers, she's kind of obsessed with them. A chair for our potential clients. Sometimes I wonder why we never bought the more comfortable one. A pile of old newspapers. Hera keeps on saying that they might come in handy. Women, go figure them. Years ago, we used to spend hours looking out of these windows, standing on a chair, trying to figure out the personality of each passerby. Such light-hearted moments while we still enjoyed our job. Hera's filing cabinet is neat and tidy, unlike mine. Hera had this curtain installed when she started playing her piano here in the office. She said I was making her feel uncomfortable. It's still here. Hera's piano. It took her months to convince me to move it here into the office. Oh, umbrella stand is at least 10 years old. Hera refuses to buy a new one. Hera's shadow. This exactly represents the current state of our relationship. Oof. That. Half filing cabinet, half bookshelf. It's full of pseudo-intellectual books just to show off. I swear I've never understood what this thing is for. Hera keeps saying it's essential to the harmony of the room. Oh boy, I'm ready for reading. Who's ready for a lot of reading? I am ready for a lot of reading. Files about the case that led to all our legal problems. Old picture of the opening of our agency about 10 years ago. This thingy is one of Hera's presents. When she gave me, she just said, "This is Doc." It's so cute. My chair. My trusty chair where I spend countless hours while pretending to work. Oh, what's this? Technology has come a long way, but try to use these damn things as little as possible. Alright, well that's the thing we need to search. Alright, I think we've hit up everything. Yeah. Hi Captain Rumia. My trusty drawer, where I hide my most treasured things. You have obtained 20 packs of cigarettes. Since the United Nations approved the Anti-Tobacco Act in 2048, cigarette packets have no brand and cigarette packets have no brand and show grotesque graphics depicting smoking consequences on health. Only those with a death wish could be attracted by them. Well, I mean, it's not. Well, I mean, the cigarette packs are already showing those pictures, right? I mean, at least the ones here do. Oh, documents. Nova Polemos A. In 2017, the Canberries, still considered the richest and most influential family on the planet, founded Nova Polemos in a deserted area of northern Europe. Built as a symbol of independence and conceived as an alternative for those who were wandering, after 10 years it was boasting more than 1 million people, as well as an extremely high economic and social growth rate. Today, the city is considered an actual country in the international scene, completely independent of all groups and organizations in the world. Oh, Mordred Foley. Get to know about him. ID. Okay, Mordred. Date of birth 25th April. Age 45. Innocence is just a matter of perspective. Psychological profile. Mordred Foley describes himself as a selfish man, completely dedicated to his job. His social life is basically non-existent, and he tends to manipulate people around him. Biography. Mordred was born as a middle class family, which he left at 18 to enroll in the chemistry faculty of the university. Due to his bad results, though, he quit after 3 years and started working as a police officer until the age of 35, where he founded his own agency, Foley Investigations. The agency fell under the spotlight when he sent two of the most dangerous when he sent two of the most dangerous serial killers ever, Jennifer Kingston and Robert Harrington, to the electric chair. However, after their execution, he underwent an investigation for falsifying the evidence presented during the case, which completely destroyed his reputation. On the 24th of February 2066, he was acquitted of all charges due to the lack of evidence, although the media and the relatives of the victims are still convinced of his guilt. The case is still considered open. Hera Caris. Date of birth January 1st, 35. I rather burn into the flames than regret. I rather burn into the flames of regret than live a mediocre life. Psychological profile: sweet, kind, and somewhat insecure. Hera has undergone a lot of psychological changes following the traumas caused by the Jennifer Kingston and Robert Harrington case. Unlike her colleague Mordred Foley, Hera is extremely empathic and vulnerable, and tends to be easily deceived despite her remarkable intelligence. She emigrated from Greece, her native country, to Nova Polemos at the age of 5, right before the closing of the borders, which caused the death of thousands of refugees. She started working right from her childhood in order to attend a law school, where she graduated with full marks and honors at 25. Her relationship with Mordred, romantic, professional, is completely unknown, as well as her involvement in the cases handled by Foley investigations. Her greatest passions are classic Greek literature and playing the piano. Media still exists in the future, truly a dark timeline. Oh boy. Travel not available. Let's see what else we have. Oh, this is... Okay, this is basically a log. Finally free from the yoke of justice, Hera and Mordred can go back to being detectives. However, the ghosts of the past are coming to knock at their door. These are the settings. Yeah, that sounds okay. Back. Alright. Here they are, my babies. To examine and use the items you collected during investigations, select inventory from the Aqua OS menu in the upper left corner. There's inventory. Can I examine? Use. There we go. Diary updated. Is that you? You should seriously stop playing sad songs. Our neighbors might end up killing themselves. Mordred, if you're here, that means... Yeah, even though everyone knew I was guilty, I've been acquitted for lack of evidence. Funny how the law works, isn't it? So, does that mean we are free now? Definitely free from justice, but not from the hatred of the relatives of those I've sent to the electric chair. If anything, we can go back to work, starting tomorrow. That is, assuming someone is crazy enough to hire a convicted felon like me. Will we ever put an end to this? Hera, what media and victims need is just a scapegoat. You are free to leave if you want. It's me they want dead. I'm just as guilty as you are. You know it. Running away would just delay the inevitable. I can never pronounce that word. Inevitable. Anyway, you know that word. We are both monsters. The only difference between us is that you're out in the open. Wrong. The only real difference between us is that you are a good-looking monster. You idiot. Anyway, do whatever the hell you want, but don't say I didn't warn you. Mordred Foley, the true life of the party, as always. Inevitable. Inevitable. I just wonder how much longer we can do with all this pressure on us. February 26, 2066, Foley Investigations. I totally understand the situation, madam. Sure, I'll be waiting for you here in my office. Of course, oh god, English today is not working for me. Confidential. Confidentiality is the motto of our agency. What's up? You won't believe it. I think we got a new customer. She seems to be a big shot and she's coming to our office right now. Well, this is great. Quick, tell me more before she gets here. Select Speak underneath the Aqua OS menu to start a conversation with the character in front of you. Speak. The panels that will appear represent all the available conversation topics. The options marked with a red label are considered important and mandatory in order to advance the story. Select a conversation topic to start slot in the dialogue. Hera's decision. Yeah, let's go with the non-important ones first. So, you decided to stay. We've been to hell and back. The least I can do is stay here, tormenting you forever. Our next client will torment me enough. Well, speaking of that, the client. What do you know about this new client? She's the assistant of a politician, that's all she said. A politician? Since when do you accept this kind of job? At this point I welcome the devil himself as a client. I have a bad feeling. You should know that our business is built on bad feelings. Have you read today's newspaper? No. Is there anything interesting? I mean, besides the usual rubbish on immigration. Definitely. 4 days ago, while we were still in the courtroom, a body was found in Treasury Park. And they reported it just today. Good old censorship strikes again. At least they'll stop talking about us, so that we can work in peace. Here, read the article when you have time. Ooh. On the 22nd of February 2066, a tragic murder occurred in Treasury Park, whose culprit is still unknown. The diligent police force of our immortal city has already arrested a potential suspect thanks to the remarkable work of Lieutenant Freya Goldsoul. The name of the suspect and the murder dynamics are still undisclosed. Some rumors claim that a ritual murder was committed here, a murder with untold violence. Nevertheless, these rumors are considered unreliable by the police. Alright. Oh. Looks like she's already here. Welcome to Foley Investigations, madam. Hello, detective. Like I say on the phone, my name is Julie Ward. Let's see. Success is a matter of good taste. Smart and extremely ambitious, Julie Ward managed to make a career out of her charisma and physical appearance, and she never misses a chance to brag about that. She's the advisor and personal assistant of Richard Baker, one of Nova Polemos politicians. She has a murky history in the mob, but she successfully cleared her name without smearing her reputation. And I'm Mr. Baker's personal assistant. Obtain business card. Julie Ward's business card, member of the Black Band. You can feel it's from someone important from the quality and the style from it. Most members of the Black Bands are privileged snobs representing the good old days, which actually never happened. Baker? Baker? You mean that Baker? The Black Bands, okay, there's a lot of reading. Founded after the burst of the economic bubble in 2030 and the consequent crisis, the only purpose of the party was to bring the city to its original splendor by closing borders and expelling all those immigrants that were considered useless. Their extremist and nostalgic ideas took hold of the people, who decided to vent their frustration by voting in the party en masse. Their victory marked the beginning of the most violent 3 years in the history of the city. The police slaughtered anyone who tried to cross the city borders and expelled more than 230,000 individuals considered socially invalid. For the first time in history, this discrimination was not based on language, race, or culture, but merely on social value. Well, we're getting there. Such a lovely place here. Burgundy floor perfectly matches with the attic furniture. I need water. I put too much cold water in this cup. What's missing is a floral sofa to complete this kish masterpiece. Excuse me? And who, may I ask, are you? This is Hera. She's my assistant, kind of. Yeah, nice to meet you, Miss Ward. I see. Are you trying to ignore me or something? Detective, can we discuss our business privately, please? Privately? Why is that? What's wrong, madam? What I'm about to disclose is strictly confidential. I'd rather not have assistants around. If you don't mind, of course. Oh, not at all. I'll leave right away. Have a good evening. Hera! I think you owe me an explanation for this. Alright, shall we begin? Let me make something clear, Mr. Foley. I didn't dismiss your assistant for racist reasons, but simply to comply with the confidentiality conditions set by our party. I don't know why, but I find that hard to believe. Many members of the party would like to see people like her deported, but I'm not one of them. Listen, I'm not interested in your political games, and I don't need your hypocritical excuses either. What I want from you is money, and to be sure that Hera will be left out of this, that's all. I see. My apologies for this, but the case we want to offer you is extremely delicate. Enough to cut Hera out of this conversation? Well, when it comes to murders and politics, it's better to be safe than sorry. Are you talking about the murder in the newspaper? That's right, 4 days ago. My boss, Richard Baker, was involved in the murder case whose method was rather peculiar. The point is that elections are coming up, and as you might know, Mr. Baker is favored to win. This kind of business might destroy his and the whole party's image. Now I see why the papers were so vague on the matter. The black bands have a lot of enemies within our city, so we want to turn this situation to our advantage. If you manage to clear Mr. Baker's name, we will be able to use the whole case to influence public opinion and make the people understand what a thorn in the flesh he can be for his opponents. I understand, but tell me, how would the police know that Baker committed this peculiar murder? An eyewitness. Also, the victim was Mr. Baker's lover who had been blackmailing him for years. And if you had all the political opponents wanting him behind bars, you have the complete picture. My reading is not great today, I apologize. Why are you so vague about everything? Who is the victim? How did she die? I can't give you all those details yet, but I can tell you the case is more complicated than you think. There is a link between the victim, Mr. Baker, and the eyewitness. As I mentioned, Alicia, the victim, was Mr. Baker's lover, and she had been blackmailing him for a while. Whereas Abigail Sherman, the eyewitness, is his current wife's sister, Anne Sherman. Oh boy, that's really something. The police believe the witness followed Baker and his lover because she knew they had an affair, thus witnessing the murder in person. Needless to say, you're hiding something from me, aren't you? Again, I can't say much until I've given you all the information, as agreed with the party. The job. Let me get this straight. You want my agency to clear an Let me get this straight. You want my agency to clear an extremist politician's name so that he can win the upcoming elections, by proving that he has been framed by those who want to ruin the future of your beloved city? You think I'm your puppet or what? I'll be honest with you, Mr. Foley. You are one of the most hated men around here, and no one will ever knock at the door of someone who caused the death of 2 innocent victims. So why did you? Because we know your methods, and we don't care if you find the real killer or not, to be honest. Well, that's a something and a half. We just want you to focus on getting our leader cleared. Whoever will be arrested is his. We just want you to focus on getting our leader cleared. Whoever will be arrested in his place is not our business. Go along with our request and you receive 50,000 credits and a chance to permanently clear your name. Furthermore, there's a reason I didn't want to disclose any details about the murder. Get to the point. Go investigate the crime scene. I'm sure you will accept the case without a second thought. I won't be able to even get close with the crime scene, not after all the problems I've had with the police and the media lately. We'll handle this, don't worry. If you really want to redeem yourself in the eyes of society, this is your only chance. Have a good evening, detective. Don't tell me you're going to accept. Hera, have you been listening to us? Mordred, don't forget the Black Bears killed all those poor refugees. The only reason I'm still alive is that I arrived right before the shooting. I saw so many unemployed people getting beaten, along with anyone they considered of no use to their cause. I know, but that's in the past. Those who ordered the massacre are in jail now. The party took a more moderate line. They could even lose the next elections, you know? Besides, that woman is in the right. If we don't accept this job, it's over for us. I'd rather live a life of misery than working for those bastards. Let me remind you that we got innocent people killed too. We're not that different from them, after all. Please, Mordred, don't accept the case. Let's keep what little dignity we have left. I beg you. The storyline is influenced by your decisions. Select one of the options and be prepared to face the consequences of your actions. Remember, there are no good or bad choices. Follow your instinct and create your own story. Oh, wow, you really choose. I have to accept our future is more important. Maybe not. I'll promise I'll think about it. Alright, that. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Maybe you're not as hopeless as they say. Don't speak too soon. I have to see the crime scene first. Stay in touch. I'll need you. You can count on me. Well done, Mordred. You just made a promise that you know you can't keep. Are you really risking everything for so little? To protect someone you don't even know? I better go now. I mean, haven't you been working with Hera for like 10 years? Don't you know her even after 10 years? To visit other places, select Map from the Aqua OS menu and select your destination. During the investigations, you discover new places to explore, and sometimes you will need to get there multiple times. The Aqua menu also features System for when you will change settings, save and load the game or quit. Diary, useful for reviewing the dialogues that have taken place and check your current objectives. Can we speak? Okay, guess I can't speak. I barely know it's over 27 years, so well, that's fair, I guess. She's kind of obsessed with that. Alright. Yeah, I guess we're going to the park. Nova Polemos has the lowest rate of suicides and mental breakdowns in the world. Are you sure? I don't know about that. February 26, 2066, Treasury Park. There is a tree that is right there indeed. As I expected, the crime scene has already been cleaned up. The police can be really scrupulous when the reputation of our city is at stake. Hi policeman. Sir. I'm sorry, but you have to leave. Oh, you must be Mr. Foley. Miss Ward told me you were coming. Well, that woman has planned everything. May I see your pass, please? Pass? I guess you mean... From time to time, you have to show evidence and objects from your inventory to unlock new dialogues, find clues and new locations to investigate. Open the inventory, select the evidence you want to show, and use to submit it to your intercooler... blah blah blah. I have no idea what that word was. You mean this, right? Very well, detective. You can proceed with the investigation. I'm at your disposal. Thank you, officer. Mordred Foley, you son of a dog! Huh? Look who had the guts to get out of his crappy office. What are you doing here? Come to give yourself up, have you? Or just to get beaten up? Good evening to you too, Freya. Alright, let's see, good old Freya. The road to hell is filled with good intentions. Freya is a walking tornado with a litigious nature. Very sounds according to according to the Wikipedia, right? Moved by a deep desire for justice and equity, which has gradually led her to a life made of violence and cynicism. Freya is oh god, my reading comprehension is not great today. I am sorry. Freya is Hedrick Golso's daughter, one of the most renowned bankers of Nova Polemos, but her past is a complete mystery. She joined the police force when she was 20 thanks to her father's influence, and she managed to become lieutenant because of her merits and dedication. She arrested some of Nova Polemos' worst criminals, and she's the one who started the inquiry against Mordred Foley, whom she hates with all her heart. The one thing I don't like is like this triangles up here and like below here. It makes me keep thinking that you can scroll when you can't. It's just for show. That's the annoying bit. Look at him, Robert. Look at the only bastard I couldn't get fired up. Fried up? Yes. Look at the only bastard I couldn't get fried up. Resentment is certainly one thing you're not lacking, unlike professionalism. Give me one good reason not to kick you out. I think solving cases that incompetents like you will never be able to work out is a good enough reason. Spare me your sarcasm, Foley. Officer, get this man out of the crime scene. What the hell do you mean he's authorized? Damn it! I don't know whose ass you've been licking, Foley, but you better watch yourself, cause I'll do anything to wipe that stupid smile off your face. I'll bear that in mind. Can you let me do my job now? Listen to me, you're playing with fire. This case is too much for someone like you. If you really care about your life and death of your girlfriend, leave right now. Farewell, Foley. That woman needs a vacation. Oh, Mordred, can you hear me? Loud and clear. I'm about to start investigating. Turn the camera on so that I can help you with my computer while you investigate. A next generation portable device used for a wide range of purposes. It can store and project holograms and is able to make high quality audio and video calls. Alright. I've already uploaded the files and holograms of the crime scene. From now on, all evidence and information you find will be automatically uploaded to your Aqua OS. Right, let me activate this thing. We're about to discover what they've rushed to clean up. Oh. Ah! Well, that certainly is something. No way! It's back, Mordred. No, I have to. Hera, come down. This nightmare just won't go away. It will never end. Never. Hera, listen to me. 6 years. Only 6 years and... Please, Hera, stop. Please. Damn, what should I do? Forcing her to look at this would just make things worse. But it would take me too long without her help. I must decide now. Well, all this is just around Hera so far. Yeah, hang out on her. Yeah, she's clearly not happy with this. So let's. I'm sorry, Hera. It's for your own sake. You don't deserve to suffer like this, especially after what you've been through over the past few years. Enough. Let's sort out this mess. An ordinary bench, nothing interesting. A broken bench, something heavy might have crashed into it. There also seem to be some bloodstains. Interesting. Wrecked bench. This wooden bench was destroyed after the collision with something very heavy. The bloodstains on one side are a few days old. Destined to be a place of rest and meditation, these benches were hastily built during the economic miracle the city lived through. These flowers have been arranged like in a sort of ritual. The killer sure took his time by the look of it. According to Aqua OS, they are a type of delphine flower, quite common around here. Delphine. Hera. Maybe you're right. He's back. No, I must not jump to conclusions. I need to keep investigating. Delphines. Delphines are quite common plants growing in small shrubs. Their use at the crime scene is definitely not a coincidence. Are they part of some sort of ritual? Thornless blossoming flower. Thornless blossoming flower, are you the favorite victim? Or is it just an ordinary petty obsession? This woman's lower half is covered by some sort of cloth, while the upper part is naked. Given all of that, it's very likely the victim was already dead before arriving at Treasury Park. A heavy lead arrow was lodged into the woman's chest. Considering the impact angle and the weight of the arrow, it is unlikely that it was fired from a bow. This leads me to believe that the arrow was inserted by the murderer after he killed the victim. Why the hell would he do that? A heavy arrow found in the victim's chest. Its size and weight suggest it was lodged in after her death, caused by a slit in the throat. Two were the arrows fired by the god of love. Both were created to make fun of mortal desires. The woman had a throat ruthlessly cut. According to the Aqua OS data collected by the police, the victim's eyes were surgically removed, and then inserted into her mouth, which was then soon shut to a void. Holy shit, what the hell of a freak are we dealing with? After her death, the victim's eyes were surgically removed and placed inside her mouth, then sewn up. The woman's head covers a cut on her throat, making it look like her death was caused by the arrow. In the end, this is real life. Not even the gods can escape from the wretchedness of their what? Of their something. And then the hands. The arms are tied to the tree in a specific way, giving the illusion of some sort of macabre work of art. Same for her hair, placed with impeccable precision. Anything else? Doesn't seem like it. Oh, there is something here. Far be it for me to question the burial statistics, but maybe she committed suicide? Maybe? Didn't anyone bother to clean this bin up? Huh? What's this? Men's glove. A well-crafted leather glove with a big cut in the middle. There is some dried blood on the sides of the cut, suggesting a potential connection between this object and the crime scene. Leather gloves are a symbol of elegance in Nova Polemos and generally worn by people who want to enhance their image. Leather gloves are the cool thing, I guess. A man's glove with a big cut right in the middle, soaked in days-old blood. It might have something to do with the case. A woman tied to a tree with delphine flowers at the feet and a lead arrow in the chest. That can only mean one thing. The killer wanted to emulate the myth of Apollo and Delphine. Hera, you're here. Are you feeling better, Hera? According to one of the most renowned legends of ancient Greece, Apollo, after one of his countless heroics, antagonized Eros, the god of love. Filled with jealousy, from the peak of Mount Parnassus, he fired two arrows, a lead one meant to repulse love, and a gold one meant to make the victim hopelessly fall in love. The first arrow hit Delphine, a beautiful nymph. The other one struck Apollo and made him fall in love with her. Under the spell of the arrow, the god continued to follow the nymph, while she continued to reject him. Delphine called upon her father, the river god, and pleaded for him to free her from Apollo. He took pity on her and used metamorphosis to turn her daughter into a tree, putting an end to the eager desire of Apollo. This poor girl is here to demonstrate that not even the divine entity is immune from torment and obsession. Or jealousy. Okay, we already read that. That's fine. Someone is killing his victims in a cynic and dramatic way, recalling ancient myths. There's no doubt, Mordred, this is like 6 years ago. Pandora. Pandora is the codename of the most dangerous and prolific serial killer in Nova Polemos. His first murder dates back to 2056 and has been accredited with at least 8 victims, 6 of which were women. After 4 years of investigations, the agency called Foley Investigations found the identity of the killer, which is actually a couple made of 2 actors, Jennifer Kingston and Robert Harrington. During the trial, some compelling evidence was presented and they were sentenced to the electric chair. Following their execution, the agency underwent an investigation for falsification of evidence, an event that completely destroyed Foley's reputation. The case is still considered open. Now I understand why that woman said that I would have to accept this case. Anyway, there's something wrong with this. Pandora has always killed his victims in close, isolated places, and always with untold violence. This scene, though, seems like an attempt to create something different. What do you mean? It's too soon to draw any conclusion. We should talk to the police first. We don't know anything about the suspect or the witness. Besides, I refuse to believe they haven't reached the same conclusion. Now that Freya's not here, I could have a little talk with a colleague. Hello again, officer. Mr. Foley? I need to ask you something about the case, if you don't mind. Alright, but let's make this quick. Loyalty to the Black Bands is not worth my job. What can you tell me about Freya? The lieutenant is the kind of police officer that can't last long in a place like this. Zealous, talented, genuine. And as you know, Mr. Foley, honest people usually end up with a bullet in their head. None of us would be surprised if we ever found her dead on the corner of the street. Well, that's something. Dynamics of the murder. Can you describe the dynamics of the murder? I never really heard this term before, dynamics of the murder. Is that supposed to like... I wonder if just like some of the mistranslation error or like... Not really like mistranslation, but like an attempt to... How do I say... It's just the misuse of the word. Because I never really heard like of the term dynamics of the murder. It's kind of weird. Oh shit. I click out. We suspect that Mr. Baker lured the victim here with an excuse and then attacked her with a knife. The victim was somehow able to react and she managed to wound the attacker's hand, probably with the same weapon that eventually killed her. Baker got hurt with his own knife. The weapon used by the killer at Treasury Park to murder Alicia Hart. The police suspect that Baker was hurt by the same knife during the struggle. Promises of vainglory vanish like blood on wicked steel. When she was already dead, he removed her eyeballs, placed them in the mouth, and sewed it up. Words. And then he undressed the victim, tied her to the tree, and arranged flowers and her hair in that way. That probably took hours, but as you know, the park is pretty much deserted at night, and the killer seemed to know it too. Once he was done, the killer headed towards the nearest hospital, unaware that someone spied on him. Didn't the eyewitness react at all? The girl claims to have arrived while the suspect was tying the victim to the tree. Is that all? You arrested a man based on this? Your argument is shaky at best. Have you even considered the blood on the bench? I never said I would tell you everything, detective. I do care about my job. I guess I'll have to figure this out myself. What can you tell me about the suspect? Baker is one of the greatest revolutionaries of our era. I truly believe he's the only one who can save this city from degradation. Great, a fan of the Black Bands and the police, and he's even part of the team that arrested him. The city will never stop amazing me. I was asking for his motive and relationship to the victim. I'm not interested in his career as a champion of justice. Well, we suspect that Mr. Baker killed Alicia Hart because she's been blackmailing him for quite a while, because she was a secret lover. With elections approaching, maybe he thought that a public statement from her could have destroyed his political and private life. And what about the eyewitness? She's the suspect's sister-in-law. And what was she doing at Treasury Park in the middle of the night? She was following him, most likely. We're not sure yet. Oh, officer! What the hell? Freya? Why the hell did you leave your position? Lieutenant, I was. I don't have time for your nonsense. Go back there, now! Yes, ma'am. What are you waiting for? Hurry up! Oh, you're still here. Good evening, Lieutenant Goldsoul. Look who's here. Foley let you out of the doghouse at least. Actually, it's me who's keeping him on lead, but don't tell him. It could hurt his feelings. Hope I didn't ruin the nice chit-chat with my subordinate. Not at all. You're the one I wanted to talk to. Me. That's funny. What could I possibly talk about with a bastard like you? Freya hates me, but she's honest and righteous. I'm sure she noticed there's something wrong with the scene. I've got to take advantage of her big ego. It's risky, but I see no alternatives. It's like my eyes are dry. I have reasons to believe that your version of the events is completely wrong. Being a criminal wasn't enough, now you're a conspiracy theorist as well? You may be a fanatic, but you're not dumb. There's no way you haven't noticed some oddities. What are you talking about? Put your hard feelings aside for a second and use your head. This case is totally recalling Pandora's murders. Also, an eyewitness out of nowhere? Who's got all the reasons to hate Baker. Don't you see anything weird going on? Mordred, are you really trying to save that man? Trust me, Hera, it's for our own good. I hope you know what you're doing. So, you think you know the truth? Right at the start of the investigation? Maybe. Very well, you tickle my curiosity. Or maybe I just want to see you fail so I can make fun of you on your arrogance. Go on, explain your theory. Don't waste your own chance. One single chance. I better double check everything before starting. You can check all evidence, documents, and profiles. Mordred is the name of a mythological figure. Maybe? It sounds like familiar. I don't remember though. You can check all evidence, documents, and profiles you've collected before explaining your version of events. Start the dialogue with Freya as soon as you're ready. Can I save? Can I save? Save. Yes. Yeah, okay. Alright, let's start. Alright, first things first. We know the victim's eyeballs were carefully removed after she died. These were found inside her mouth, which was cruelly sewed up. Correct an Arthurian legend. Right, what's your point? Baker can't be responsible for such vile actions because he doesn't have the skills. Tell me, Freya, could you remove someone's eyeballs with the same level of accuracy as the killer? What kind of question is that? Mordred is right. Removing eyeballs with such accuracy is anything but simple. Only someone with great surgical skills could do it. Mr. Baker is definitely not a surgeon, and I believe he lacks the guts to do such things anyway. Removing eyeballs and sewing mouths, not an everyday activity, is it? Especially if it's about an old politician living in luxury. Besides, according to your version, Baker is supposed to have a wound on his hand. Surgery with a wounded hand? Totally unrealistic if you ask me. Perhaps you have a point, but it's not enough to clear Baker yet. At least, this suggests that he had an accomplice that the witness claims to not have seen. I get what you mean, but that's not the problem here. What are you talking about? Your colleague reported that after removing the eyeballs and sewing up the mouth, after a short struggle, during which he had his hand wounded, Baker undressed the woman and tied her to the tree. Then he arranged the flowers and her hair. This probably took a few hours. Can you confirm this is your official version? Yes, it is. Don't you think we're all still missing something? I'm not sure. The evidence that was omitted is The arrow, right? Because he didn't say anything about the arrow. That arrow? Precisely. This arrow is fundamental to solve the case. I have reasons to believe that Baker got to the crime scene when it had already happened. And why would you assume that? I think the suspect saw the body of his lover. He panicked and tried to remove the arrow. The victim had a throat cut, so what was the point of removing the arrow from the body? Look closely. The cut on the throat is completely covered by the head, and the blood poured directly on the wound inflicted by the arrow. So what? Just think about it. Baker gets here and sees his lover's body. He notes the arrow, the bleeding wound, and he panics. Then he tries to pull the arrow out to save her, maybe yelling at her, hoping that she is still alive. That would be silly. Not if you're completely panicking. Anyway, your version of events doesn't make sense. There were no fingerprints on the arrow. There's no way Baker could have tried to pull it out. You're wrong. Baker left no fingerprints because of this evidence. Because of the gloves. Gloves are amazing, aren't they? Discreet, no fingerprints. Where the hell do you find that? Right here, under the nose of our infallible and omnipresent police force. You're just a liar, Foley. I knew I shouldn't have listened to you. Do you think that your man had no reason to hide it? Tell me, how many would like to see Baker behind bars, and how many can you trust? Hiding something so important in plain sight? Classic. Especially if previously arranged. Also, the cut on the glove suggests that there was a fight, but it happened in a completely different way. The suspect was probably attacked from behind while he was trying to pull out the arrow. He instinctively turned around and tried to protect his face with his hand, so he got wounded. At that point he tried to run away, but he didn't get far. And what makes you believe it? This is the evidence that shows the escape attempt immediately ended. The bench? While running away, Baker was thrown against the bench. Ended up destroying it apparently. That makes sense. And I bet the blood on the bench is Baker's, for sure. How do you explain what happened next? What the? Oh, the attacker allegedly allowed Baker to run away. Not gonna say too much about Mordred. Alright. An eyewitness was condemning him? Are you implying that an injured old man can run faster than a merciless killer? Who is she? This is Abigail Sherman, the eyewitness of Alicia's murder. You cannot escape from a prison with no bars. Abigail is a rebellious girl who deeply hates the established system of Nova Polemos. Shy and introverted, she has battled with grief and sorrow for a very long time. Born in a wealthy, old-fashioned family, Abigail never accepted to be subject to their strict rules, unlike her sister Anne. Because of this, she was disinherited at the age of 17. Now she entirely depends on her sister, and she has to live with her in the same house of Richard Baker, whom she believes to represent all that is rotten in Nova Polemos. Clips into the ground. Alright. She's... What is it? Whoa. Not feeling well? Whoa. Whoa. What's that? What's wrong? You look like you've seen a ghost. Wow, that's something. Crushing your creative hypothesis make you uncomfortable? Quite the contrary, miss. You just opened my eyes. What are you talking about? Now, excuse me, I have an important meeting. You'll be hearing from me soon, Freya. Hey, where the hell are you going? What an idiot. And I was even listening to him. Oh, he didn't change her face. Oh, that's mildly spooky. Why did you run off? A scary mask appeared on Abigail's face. Oh. And this means our dear witness is lying. Except from the psychiatric evaluation of Mordred Foley. I'll be straight with you, Professor. Every time someone lies to me, some sort of animal mask appears on their face. While space and reality look distorted. I never figured out the origin of this living, waking nightmare, and I honestly don't care. Right now, I just want you to stop telling me that no one's ever going to listen to this conversation. How can I tell that you're lying? Take a guess. Wow. Guess me glitching at world ripple effects. Apparently it did. This is an interesting twist. One of those masks again. You think she might be a killer? Not necessarily. She could be an accomplice, or maybe someone who's trying to frame the suspect. We need more evidence before interrogating her, and we need to hear Baker first. Maybe he will explain how he managed to survive. He should be at the police station. Let's pay him a visit. Okay, but first, I need to talk to you. Come back to the office as soon as you can. I'll be back when I get the chance. In the meantime, I'll put the evidence in order. Useless evidence has been removed from our inventory. Thank you, game. Can we speak? Oh, okay, investigate. Can we investigate? No? Okay. Let's save. Yes. Alright. Put useless evidence back in your inventory. I can't. No speaking? No investigating? Okay, let's just move then. Let's go back to the office. Can we go back to the office? I just want to talk to Hera first. No? Okay. Police station it is then. For a citizen, there's nothing more humiliating than being unemployed. Well, I wouldn't survive in Nova Polemos, that's for sure. Homicide department. Half the people who work here want to see me dead. Only half? You're underestimating your talent, detective. What the? Whoa. You're the last person I expected to see here, Foley. David? Don't tell me you need your favorite lawyer again. I'd rather spend 4 more years in court than hear your stupid jokes. David Casey. Law and arrogance are the same thing. David's nature is characterized by a strong personal ambition, which, together with his charisma and his silver tongue, helped him become one of the most famous defense attorneys of the entire city. Casey was born and raised in a low-class family, and since he was very young has been fighting to raise his status. Known for accepting some of Nova Polemos' most controversial cases, David successfully defended Detective Foley, earning exoneration for lack of evidence. Interesting. I saved you from an electric chair and that's how you thank me? I was going to say David doesn't have any mythological significance, but I guess it does. It does it? Yes, quite a bit. Like, it's from the Bible and everything, I think. I'm disappointed, my friend. I'm not your friend, and honestly, I don't care. I'm here for Richard Baker. Any idea where he could be? Of course, my client just got out of the interrogation room. He's on the phone now, but he'll be here soon, I guess. Client? Great. Are you going to settle with 30 years of prison for him too? Oh, come on. Are you still upset about that? And you think that I'm the one who mentioned your name to the black bands? Well, thank you for putting me in this mess then. I know, I'm such a big-hearted man, but then again, I've always been a fan of lost causes. By the way, before you two have a talk, I should probably share some information with you. What kind of information? Let's start from the beginning. How did you end up with the black bands? You said you hated their political ideas. Someone once said keep your friends close, but your enemies closer. Besides, money and ideals are two completely different things. And you should know what I mean better than anyone. Cough cough. Baker's situation. How's Baker? Keeping up appearances, but he's visibly upset. His left arm is full of bruises. The injuries on his right hand is more serious than expected. Probably he won't be able to move his fingers for a while. Interesting. The wound that Baker suffered is very deep, causing his hand to be completely unusable. Eternal evidence that, once again, the king is fully naked. It's a lot of like, what do I call it? Edgy text, I would call it. Edgy text in all those descriptions. Which, I mean, I can't say that I don't dislike it. That's exactly what I would do in my writing. Like, give me a second, I need more eye drops. My eyes are really dry. Okay. The trial. You probably know this, but people still have no idea that my clients are under investigation for the murder at Treasury Park. However, this won't last for long. As soon as news spreads, the consequences for Baker and his party will be catastrophic. What makes you think that? There's hardly any crimes in the city, and even fewer murders. That's why this whole case is a ticking bomb. And then there's Mrs. Baker, on the verge of a breakdown. She does believe that after her husband's lover, they will kill her too. Ah, love. What a wonderful thing. Yeah. On second thought, that woman could shed some light on Baker's relationship with Abigail. I can give you his address, but be careful, don't say too much or you're going to make a mess. And the last thing we want is her blowing the whistle to the media. Remember, I can protect you from judges and journalists, but no one escaped the Black Band's revenge. Don't worry though, I'm sure that a sweet guy like you will be able to cheer her up. Well, I suppose it's time for you to talk to your beloved party leader. But first, I need to ask you something about Treasury Park. A little birdie told me that someone found a piece of evidence that has not been reported to the police. You've no idea of who this person might be, have you? Maybe he's talking about the glove I found. That would help him in the trial, but I risk getting Freya into trouble. What should I do? Oh god, this is like so intense. I mean, we don't really like Freya, do we? But at the same time, I don't know. I mean, it's not really her fault either. But then it's like, I have no lost love for her. Clearly, alright, let's just submit. I'm probably going to regret this later. You're a real hunting dog, dude. The police might lose his credibility because of that, and that might help our client. I hope this won't make Freya hate me even more. She could turn my investigation into absolute hell. Well, whatever. Well, what's done is done. Oh, perfect timing. My dear Mordred, this is Richard Baker, party leader of the Black Bands. Oh, Detective Foley, we finally meet. The pleasure is mine, Mr. Baker. Sorry to bother you, but I really need to ask you some questions. You are a man who goes straight to the point, I see. I just went through 4 hours of interrogation, but I suppose some more questioning won't kill me. Besides, as you know, there's no rest for the wicked. Then I'll leave you lovebirds alone. If you need anything, do not hesitate to contact me. Do not hesitate to contact me. Shall we start, detective? I'm curious to know what you want from me. Can I investigate? Ooh. A policeman workstation. There are a few pictures of suspects on the screen, probably involved in minor crimes. A phone able to stream ultra high definition holograms. A workstation from where you can see most of the city center. It's like they want to show how much control they have over us. Monitor showing footage of security cameras placed in the most important areas of Nova Polemos. It's just an elevator. I don't need to get on right now. The symbol of Nova Polemos police is Cerberus. Their claim is Hic Sante Lupe, which means here are the wolves. Ooh. There are police stations all over the city, and their force counts more than 10,000 officers. In addition to the main departments, the police relies on multiple sections meant to control the population and prevent espionage attempts or terrorist attacks. There are rumors about a death squad, but no one has ever proved There are rumors about a death squad, but no one has ever proved its existence, because if they did, they're probably dead. 24th floor. The police headquarters has more than 10 departments and 40 floors. No. Okay. Sure, let's speak. You're considered one of the more moderate members of the party. Why so? Because unlike most of my colleagues, I don't discriminate against people of a different race, gender, or religion. It all depends on what they're worth, and this is defined by the Patterson test, which we introduced more than 20 years ago. Every 5 years, the citizens of Nova Polemos must take the Patterson test. It consists of multiple questions aimed at assessing the IQ and the individual skills of each person. Obtaining a high score brings several advantages, such as better job positions, more freedom on the internet, and free access to medical facilities. In the city, there are many institutes that offer courses to prepare people for the test. They are usually attended by older people, who usually have higher chances to fail the test. Oh, the Patterson test, I see. You mean that sort of exam that collects everyone's private info? Like individual skills, earning, country of origin, and which political party they support? Listen to me, Mr. Foley. If you think that we can share the resources of Nova Polemos with everyone, you're just a fool. Uncontrolled immigration, poor education, and the opinion of illiterate people are the reasons behind the threat of collapse. Nova Polemos was built on ambition, and I won't let some deadbeat parasites destroy our little paradise. I'm starting to think that you're exploiting education to create your personal army of puppets. You may disagree with our vision, detective, but let me remind you that your future is bound to mine. If I fall, you're going down with me. So please stop acting like a mad dog. Mr. Baker, I need to hear your version of the facts. Please describe what happened last night, and try to be as accurate as possible. Alicia contacted me a few days earlier. She was threatening to reveal our affair to the press if I refused to keep supporting her. She asked to meet in Treasury Park to discuss the terms of the agreement, and I had to accept without saying a word. I got there on time. I just wanted this to be over once and for all. But when I arrived, she was already tied to the tree and someone killed her. I yelled at her, hoping she was still alive, and I panicked so much that I tried to pull out that heavy arrow. Suddenly, someone attacked me from behind and hit my hand with a knife while I was trying to defend myself. I tried to run, but after a few steps I was thrown against a bench. I got hurt, and I fainted. I was sure I was going to die. I was sure I was going to die. Before losing consciousness though, I heard someone screaming, maybe a girl, and then it all goes blank. A girl screaming? Oh shit, he's lying. He's lying! I woke up like 10 minutes later and I was left alone with the cops. The attacker had disappeared. What the hell? So I took the opportunity to get away and call for help. No, he's not wearing it anymore. You know the rest. Could you describe your relationship with Alicia? Alicia, she was young and naive. Maybe too naive. You're never too young to die. Alicia is an impulsive and emotional girl. Despite her sweet and motherly personality, her disappointment towards the country's politics made her reticent and distrustful of people she doesn't know. Daughter of a painter and a humble pharmacist, she could never fulfill her childhood dream to study filmmaking, so she decided to quit school right after graduation. She does odd jobs for a living while dreaming of entering the movie business. There was a fire within her. She wanted to be an artist and a director, but she could not afford any schools in Nova Polemos. She used to wander around the city while filming places and people with a 50-year-old camera, hoping to make a name for herself, to become someone. And why would someone like her decide to bond with the leader of the Black Bands? The flesh is weak, and ambition never comes from innocence. She was beautiful, and I was able to give her what she wanted. You can figure out the rest. What? So like, Baker, were you like her sugar daddy or something? Something wrong, detective? I noticed something interesting while you were talking. What do you mean? You talked about the case, your party, and the victim. However, you never said anything about one of the most important actors in this huge farce. And I believe that's no coincidence. I don't understand. The person you've been omitting on purpose is... The Abigail? The very same person that's testifying against you, Abigail. What does she have to do with this? You should tell me that. What are you trying to imply? Oh, the mass is happening again. Abigail is testifying against me. What the hell should I defend her? Whoa, now it's getting weirder. It's my life at stake, not hers. Just as I thought, Baker is lying and the mask proves it. Before I interrogate him, I need more evidence on Abigail and Alicia. I'm gonna get something from his wife. I should also go back and tell Hera what I found. Please forgive my manners, Mr. Baker. I've gone too far. Well, what's with this sudden U-turn, Mr. Foley? Well, don't worry. If you need me, you'll find me right here. Just don't take too long to find the truth, or whatever could get me out of here. You need more evidence to expose Baker. You may find it by exploring unlocked locations or interrogating other characters. No, we can't. The truth is not. We can't the truth yet. Alright. Alright, let's go back to the office first. We have our word. I don't know if I can believe that game. Oh, she's playing piano again. Passed by kind of quickly. It looks like an animal mask. Oh, Mordred. I think it was like an eagle mask? I don't know, I could be wrong. I could be mixing that up really. Oh, Mordred, you're back. I hope you don't mind I put some music on. I remember this song. We composed it when we started our agency. Indeed, I wanted to relieve the thrill I felt in creating something of my own. Now that we might lose everything, those memories are all I have. When I think of those days, I realize that we've become the monsters we swore to destroy. Hera, what's wrong? It's just that, now that we know Pandora is back, I guess you won't keep your promise about not getting Baker out of jail. Especially after you hung up the phone on me when you were at Treasury Park. I did it for your own good. I know, but honestly, the thought of reliving those days scares me more than running the risk of losing everything or even Pandora himself. Look what kind of people we're trying to protect. A propaganda flyer with Baker's face. On his back, lots of sentences about respect, family, honor, and unity. This flyer has always had the dark shades and aim at exploiting people's fears. I understand you're doing this for our own good, but when the moment comes, think about the consequences of saving that man. I'm serious when I say your decision could change the entire future of the city. It's a decision we'll take together, and I won't let anyone hurt you. You know it. I'm not afraid of dying, Mordred. I'm afraid of losing you. The only demon brave enough to stand beside me when could have just left me to die on the street. Hera. You have a very distorted view of me. You know that, right? The usual jerk. Never mind, how about filling me in on what happened? Sit down, this is going to take a while. Baker's lying too. Indeed, I need more evidence to push him to tell me what really happened. Right, I'll be here if you need me. As the investigation progresses, you will unlock more conversation topics with Hera. Go back to her if you're stuck or need more help. Can we speak? Why wouldn't Baker tell us the truth? He's the one who hired us. I'm not entirely sure, but I think he's hiding something about Abigail. Anne could be the solution to most of our problems. She was the eyewitness sister and our client's wife after all. Have you already tried talking to her? The glove? Regarding the glove. Yeah, horns and like teeth or something, yeah, right? Don't you think we could have ruined Freya's career forever by showing it to David? Freya is the least of our problems now. Besides, we would never be able to solve the glove issue without her help. I see. I just hope you won't have serious consequences. I hope so too. I was like Crow or something, like a plague daughter's mask. Yeah, a little. The UI is not the best, like for those navigation parts, I would say. Alright, I guess we go visit Baker's house. Wow. I knew Baker loved luxury, but that megalomaniac managed to surprise me once again. Whoa, that's his wife? Wow. Who are you? Who let you in here? This is my house. Oh, you must be Ann Baker. Your housekeeper let me in. I'm Mordred Foley and... Revolution is not meant for the poor. Vulnerable and submissive, Anne has always been constrained by her family expectations. Because of this, she always felt the need to depend on someone strong and charismatic. Anne Baker, maiden name Sherman, was born in an old-fashioned family, preserving their duty and traditions for more than a century, since when they were on English soil. Abigail Sher, David Casey, Alicia Hart, and Baker. There's no need for you to introduce yourself. Your sloppy outfit and a lingering stench of tobacco. You must be one of those dirty journalists trying to disgrace my husband's name even more. You parasites, feeding on the misery of a man who created an empire with the sweat of his brow. I'm not a damn journalist, I'm the detective hired by your husband. My husband asked for a detective? Why wasn't I aware of this? As I suspected, Baker didn't tell her anything. They're hiding things from you in order to protect you, madam, but I'm here because your help could be fundamental to the investigation. And how am I supposed to help you? Just answer my questions, for now. Can I not? Yeah. Can I investigate the place? What do you think you're doing sticking around my house? Don't dare touch anything or I'll call the police. Great, just what I needed. I have to inspect the house. I need more evidence. But how can I distract her? Alright, let's bring it for her first then, I guess. If you're truly convinced of your husband's innocence, why would Abigail testify against him? What kind of question is that? Someone probably tricked my sister into this, knowing about her relationship with Alicia. Were they good friends? More than you think. Alicia was probably the only person who could make Abigail smile. What can you tell me about Alicia Hart? Oh, that poor angel. Alicia was a dear friend of my sister. They were both artists, often dreaming about shooting a movie together. She used to come here often. She was the only person able to cheer up my beloved Abigail. When Richard realized that, he began to support Alicia's work, hoping to give her a bright future. Obviously, someone spread malicious rumors about an alleged intimate affair between my husband and her, but they are just envious of his kindness. After all, you cannot expect those peasants to be able to comprehend such superb examples of altruism. In fact, some creep killed her. And now my dear Richard is forced to sleep, surrounded by those jackals. No mask on her face. This woman really believes in her husband's faithfulness. This must be the result of years of brainwashing. She has such a distorted vision of reality. My beloved husband has always been a man like no other. Vigorous, valiant, altruistic. Like those snakes of the Black Band, he always committed himself to peace and equality, fighting for the rights of every citizen. It's just pathetic how the majority of the police force were against him. Do you think he might have been framed by his colleagues? Of course, who else could ever want to go up against such a good man? To help your husband, I need to search your house. It won't take long, I promise. No way. My husband is innocent. All you want to do is ruin his name and torture my soul. Admit it. Pierce and Finley sent you here, those filthy... Madam, I have no idea who those people are. They are my husband's biggest rivals. Those hypocrites speak of peace but just want to take his place. I'm just wasting my time. I need to convince her to let me investigate around. Hera might have an idea. She has always been better than me at dealing with people. Shall we go back to Foley then? Every artist within Nova Polemos has to obtain a special license that lasts 6 months, then something. Help me, Hera. Let me guess, and it's not quite the angel you imagine. The woman won't let me touch anything in that damn mansion. Maybe you should trigger her fears, possibly by showing her something about the husband or the black bands. Leveraging on people's fears, that's my thing. Alright. Oops, I keep alright, that's map DAZEL. According to some official surveys provided by the government, safety is considered more important than individual freedom by the average citizen. Let's save. Alright. No. Let's see, inventory. Are you trying to annoy me? If it's something to show me, do it wisely. Alright, that's not it. I'm taking a huge leap of faith, but maybe it's worth a try. You know what this is? Of course I do. It's a flyer from the campaign of Richard's party. Precisely, on his back you can read some big words like respect, honor, unity and pride. But apparently they don't have much to do with the majority of the black bands. And you stated many times that your husband has lots of enemies. Words. And you stated many times that your husband has lots of enemies inside both the party and the police force. So tell me, madam, have you ever thought that those same enemies could hurt you as well? What? What? So, it's true, they want to kill me too. It's a possibility. If you don't let me investigate, your life will be in danger. Do you understand that? Maybe. Well, I guess you are right. Fine, you're free to investigate around. Please, don't let them hurt me. This poor woman is just a shadow of herself. Maybe I should tell her the truth about Baker. Or maybe I should calm her down so that she doesn't do anything foolish. Alright, but first you should know that obviously we'll just calm her down. Your husband can't wait to hold you in his arms again. Oh, that silly man, thinking of me despite the situation. Thank you, detective. You really have a good heart. Poor woman. Forced to live in a 5-star prison made of lies and empty words. The truth would have hurt her too much, but maybe it would have helped her out of this nightmare. Now I better investigate. Well, I mean, it looks more like an entrance to a crypt rather than a door. The taste of rich people are just terrible. And oh, yet still working laptop. Nothing interesting here. It must be Abigail's computer given the huge amount of... Wait, what are these? Maybe I should investigate the other things first. Dozens of encrypted emails from a few days before the murder sent to someone called... it's a Russian word probably that I can't pronounce. I won't say it. Oh, it's Greek. Oh, it's Tartarus! From the little Greek I know, I think it means Tartarus or something like that. Ah yes, good old Greek mythology, we all love it. How did Abigail manage to encrypt and send those emails without getting blocked by the security system? Since its foundation, Nova Polemos has been using Caligula, a communication and browsing system mandatory for everyone in the city. Whoever passes the Patterson test has the right to use it, and the content they create, see or share is monitored by the police and the secret intelligence services. The system is free and widely accepted due to the high navigation speed and security it provides by all the elites of the city who fear strangers and everything that could break their status quo. Importing or using a different operating system is a crime punished with either jail or expulsion. Caligula. I should probably just ask her as soon as I'm done with Baker. Oh, data chip. An old support containing several encrypted emails sent from someone called Tartarus a few days before the murder, from what seems to be Abigail's computer. All storage supports are the only way of transferring information in Nova Polemos without getting caught by the Caligula control system. Caligula? It reminds me of that game, the Caligula Effect, which is another VN kind of game. I haven't seen chairs like this for years. I couldn't imagine they were still popular among Nova Polemos elitists. I'd give anything to spend a week with my ass on a chair like this. I can't even imagine how much they paid for something like this. Only Baker could have such bad taste. Fireplaces at Nova Polemos. Now I've seen it all. If the artist's intention was to portray their emotional distress, well, he succeeded. A bookcase full of books from science, sociology, politics, and history. I bet Baker put them here just to impress his guests. Anything else? This photo has been turned down. This must be Alicia and Abigail. These two seem to be really close, so why was the picture turned down? This picture was turned down. It perfectly describes the relationship between the victim and the eyewitness. Alicia is holding the old camera she always carries around. There is no fairer flowers than the one consumed by the ambition. Interesting. I found far less than I hoped. I guess this place has already been cleaned out. Anyway, I didn't have enough to expose Baker's lies. Can I investigate the drawer? Same drawers containing useless paperwork and old articles about the Black Bands. Alright. Alright, well, let's talk to Hera first. Investigations are currently managed with iron fist. Immigrations are currently managed with iron fist, as certain educational qualifications and work experience are required to stay in Nova Polemos. That's what I'm guessing that it reads. No? Okay. Nope. I keep pressing the wrong thing. Map. Alright, let's go expose Baker! Every artist within Nova Polemos has to obtain a special license that lasts 6 months, issued by the department which deals with censorship and monitoring the civilian population. Alright, let's save before we start this, in case we fucked up, which I probably will. Let's not pretend otherwise. Let me eye drops again before we start this. Alright friend, the truth, let's go! Mr. Baker, it's time for you to tell me the truth about Abigail and Alicia's death. We've already been through this. I didn't see Abigail that night and I already give you my version of the events. Welcome to the Living Nightmare system. In this game mode, you will have to expose your interlocutor's lies by presenting facts or evidence collected during the investigation. If you submit the wrong evidence 3 times, it's game over. Choose carefully. You're lying through your teeth, my dear Baker. First things first. Yeah, it looks like a... kind of like a dog with horns. When you told me about the victim, you never explained how you two had met. It all started when Alicia contacted me for an interview. Nonetheless, she never had any kind of relationship with my family. Are you sure? If your family didn't know her, how can you explain this? The photo. They seem pretty close for being strangers. Don't you agree, Mr. Baker? Oh. Oh. The mask became less terrible. I can only imagine how pleased Abigail was when she discovered that her dearest friend had an intimate relationship with her brother-in-law. Alicia used to come to our house quite often. She and Abigail were good friends and they were trying to film some sort of documentary together. One night she approached me with an excuse and... well, from that day Abigail started hating me even more. Sugar daddy! Her will to testify against me did not take me by surprise. If you wanted to humiliate me, mission accomplished, but I still can't understand where your rants are heading. one step at a time. Let's go back to your fight with the killer. You said that you heard a girl screaming right before losing consciousness. Exactly, what's so strange about this? The attacker could have easily killed you, but instead he decided to run away with no apparent reason. This would be nonsense unless... The killer recognized the voice? The killer recognized the voice, and the voice belongs to... Abigail. Oh. What? The look on your face is worth 1,000 words. Damn it, alright, alright. There was no screaming nor fainting. During the struggle I grabbed my taser and temporarily paralyzed the killer so I could escape. I never told anyone because tasers are illegal in Nova Polemos and I would have risked imprisonment no matter what. Come on, you can do better than this. Your lies are getting worse. You never used a taser against the killer, and this piece of evidence proves it. The hand? The police reported that you struck with the attacker, holding him with your left hand because the right one was severely injured right before. Using any weapon would have been impossible. I don't. This panicking of yours does nothing but reinforce my argument, Mr. Baker. And after you were thrown against the bench, Abigail screamed, ran towards you, and distracted the killer so that you could run away from him. That girl saved your life. I cannot hide anything from you. Am I right, detective? Oh. The mask is gone. It's true, the killer seemed to know her. They were whispering to each other. She was looking quite scared though. Then I ran away like a coward, leaving her in the clutches of that monster. I've really no clue how she knew him, but I'm sure she's testifying against me because the killer's blackmailing her. So, you think the killer left both of you alive to exploit Abigail in court? Pretty much. And so, you contacted me in the hope that I could arrest the wrong person, thus saving both your life and Abigail's. Damn it, the girl has been manipulated by the killer. I must talk to her, now. Just one last thing, Foley. Remember, if something bad happens to Abigail, you're a dead man. This case looks harder than I expected. I must talk to Abigail as soon as possible. Especially about the emails I found on her computer. Maybe she's with Freya. I should probably look for her. I hope I didn't fuck up. Nice. No? Okay. Park. Whoever demands rights, benefits, or justified days off is rightfully considered a parasite and will undergo rigorous safety controls. Freya, for the first time I'm really happy to see you. You again? What the hell do you want from me, Foley? Where's Abigail? I need to talk to her. Do you need to apologize for running away like that or what? Enough of your bullshit, listen to me. What? You're kidding, right? Hell no, Abigail knows the killer who's probably blackmailing her. You mentioned some emails. Do you maybe have the files with you? Yes, but are you able to decrypt them? We know how many times people go to the loo in a day. Hell, some stupid emails can stop me. Good, make sure you don't miss anything. I'm counting on you. Seriously? You saved them on this piece of junk? Your colleagues must not see this evidence, not even the ones you trust. Driven by their hate for Baker, they could make it disappear, and we would miss our chance to find the truth. I don't trust you, but it makes you feel better. Okay, I feel like I fucked up a lot by showing the glove now. I trust my colleagues even less. I'll call Abigail and send her to your office. Just don't make me regret my decision, okay? Call me as soon as you find something. And try not to be reckless. I'm sorry, I'm not taking advice from a criminal. See you later, Foley. I can imagine what she'll do when she finds out that I gave David the glove. Yeah, oops. Anyway, now I really need to go back to the office and put an end to this farce. I feel like I fucked up. I fucked up. I fucked up. Freya asked me to come here as quickly as possible. What the hell do you want from me? Good evening, Miss Abigail. Since you skip the small talk, I'll get right to the point. I know you saved Baker from the real killer, and I know about your relationship with Alicia and the encrypted emails on your computer. What? The last piece. Only one last little piece is missing. I don't have time to look for evidence this time. I must rely on my instinct to expose her. Wait, let's save before. Truth about Pandora. First things first, Baker admitted that you saved him the night of the murder. We also know that the killer saw your face. Nevertheless, you're still here, willing to testify against our client. Curious how he let you get away so easily after you stopped him from killing Baker, isn't it? Are you implying that I know the killer? You're a clever kid. Of course I know the killer. It's Richard Baker, the best I've been living with for years. Bullshit, you're testifying against Baker because... Threatening? Do I look like a girl who's being threatened by a merciless killer? You can try to hide as much as you wish, but the mask doesn't lie. Please, Abigail, help us catch that man. If you don't trust us, at least trust Freya. Don't you wish to avenge the death of your friend? Do you really want that maniac to kill again? It all began several months ago. The first time the killer contacted us, he was pretending to be a famous director interested in our work. He seemed to be the only one able to understand our needs. He hated the black bands and the state of the city, at least as much as we did. We used to communicate via encrypted emails only, so that the police could not see the stuff we were sharing. What kind of stuff? All sorts of stuff really, mostly videos and pictures. But in fact he was showing particular interest in Alicia's videos. What? Why is that? Probably because most of them were about Baker himself. She had been dating him for a while, but I didn't know that. Wait a minute. You said that he seemed to be the only one to understand our needs, didn't you? Yes, I did. And you seem to dislike Baker if I'm not mistaken. I hate him with all my heart. That man ruined my life and that of those who are living in this country. And despite that, you allowed him to get that close to your friend? Kind of weird, don't you think? I didn't know about the affair. You did know about it, and that's because... It's just too much. I'm out of here. Oh, forgive me. I didn't mean to. Oh shit, that was wrong. That's because you convinced her. Oh. You took advantage of Alicia's affair to blackmail him, collecting money so that you could fulfill your dreams while destroying his reputation. And the night of the murder you were there because you wanted to. That night your goal was to film Baker with your camera and destroy his reputation once and for all. You probably revealed your plan to Pandora and he plotted to kill Alicia. He waited for the night of the meeting and he used the relationship between Baker and your friend to recreate the myth of Apollo and Daphne. She was a beautiful woman, the perfect nymph, while Baker was the arrogant god of the sun, who believed he could control the world and win her love with a snap of his finger. Thanks Blazer. In Pandora's mind, the only way Alicia had to escape the clutches of Baker was to be merged with the tree, turning them into the myth. Also hello Blazer. Hera, you never stop amazing me. We only wanted to make our dreams come true. Alicia, if only I had made it there earlier. What do you mean? The night I tried to call her before the meeting, but she never picked up the phone. I got worried and ran to the park, but when I got there, she was already dead. And the killer was there, waiting for me behind that tree. A tall man with a thick black coat and a wolf-shaped mask. A man with a wolf mask? I don't know. As soon as he saw me, he ran towards me, grabbed my arm and dragged me to Alicia. Then he whispered in my ear that if I had not filmed Baker's arrival, I would have ended up like her. Oh my god. Are you kidding? What kind of crazy fuck with himself film while attacking someone? No idea, but I was terrified. So I hid close by, turned the camera on and waited for Baker to show up. After the killer attacked that bastard, I instinctively started to scream, blowing my cover. I don't know why I did it. I freaked out and my body was like moving on its own. While I was running towards them, the killer suddenly came closer and hit me in the face, snatching the camera from my hand and allowing Baker to run away. When he realized Baker escaped, he started laughing like a maniac. Then he grabbed my hair and he forced me to tell Alicia that everything was going to be fine, while caressing her cheek with the back of my hand. And he caught this on our camera. After that, he let me go, promising that I would have heard from him again soon. When I got home, he sent me an email with the video file attached and asked me to testify. He said this was meant to preserve what he defined as a pleasant memory. Abigail, I'm so sorry. Wait a minute, you have a video of that night? Why didn't you just say that? Mordred, what the hell is wrong with you? This girl has gone through hell. Yeah, I have a copy of the video with me. Do whatever you want with it. Burn it, give it to the police, sell it. I don't care. You bought a copy of the video. That means that you knew we would have found out everything. Actually, I couldn't wait to free myself from this burden. Even if I have to hide until you catch that freak. A chip containing the video that Pandora took the night of the crime. Its content might clear Baker of all charges. The future of a country that hides in its past. Find Freya at the police station. You'll be safe there. One last thing before I go. I'm not the only one the killer is threatening. Wait. Well, what was she talking about? One step at a time. Submitting this video would exonerate Baker and let the police shift their focus to the real killer. And then we could collect our reward. We could save our agency and go back to our normal lives. But if we did it, the Black Bands would win the elections. We might bring horror and pain back to the city, ruining the lives of thousands of people. We'll give up our reward and put stakes at our future, preventing the return of an extremist party, or to sacrifice the lives of thousands of people, destroying everything we have ever worked for. It's time to make a choice. Oh, is this like really a branching path? Oh boy. I mean, we can always restart. Let's hand over the video. I mean, we're just here to do a job. He may be a monster, but Baker is not guilty, and we have already spilled enough innocent blood. Maybe you're right, Mordred. Stopping Baker would temporarily save the city, but in a few years history will repeat itself, maybe with an even worse party leader. And we deserve a normal life after all we've been through. Let the citizens of Nova Polemos decide their future. Maybe they'll make the right choice for once. I'm glad we came to the same conclusion. By the way, I'm still baffled by what Abigail said. An email? It's from Freya. Vegarian 47. That's all. What does it mean? It looks like some sort of address. Wait a minute. Damn it. Mordred. Oh no. Of course. I put her life in danger and now... Shit, I should have known better. We must save her, Mordred. We must. No, you stay here and give the video to the police. I'll handle this. Let's keep in touch. Wait! I fucked up. I fucked up. I fucked up so bad. What the hell is this place? And what's this damn smell? Blood? Shit, what kind of mess do you get yourself into, girl? I mean, there's only really one thing here, right? Nothing? Oh shit. What the hell? Should be a picture of Freya. The left side, it could be a picture of Freya. The left side of the photo, she looks like she has been defaced. Happy birthday, little sunshine. Freya, what's going on? A huge number 11, what does it mean? Nani kore? Who is this guy? Dear Miss Freya, or should I call you Flynn? I'm pleased to know that you decided to investigate me and my masterpieces. To thank you for your consideration, I decided to return the favor. Regardless of your father's efforts to hide your past before the academy, I managed to find wonderful pictures of you before your transformation. If you decide to proceed with the investigation, I'll make sure that all your old family portraits are sent to your superiors. But don't worry, the police in this city are renowned for their tolerance, aren't they? Love, P. Pandora was able to discover that Freya used to be a boy before joining the academy. So this is what Abigail was referring to when she said she wasn't the only one being blackmailed. Whoa. The air inside here is making me dizzy. A recent pic of Freya. The caption says, annoyed by two snakes that were copulating, Triesas the prophet killed the female one, turning herself into a woman and experiencing all the pleasures that her body had to offer. The photo seems to portray a young Freya and the police. The lower part of the picture is burned. There's a caption in the back, I think it's referring to an old fairy tale. Why we had to compare your only child with all of mine? The mother lion answered the pig, just one, but a lion. There's a small caption on the back of the picture. Wolves would rather devour their cubs than showing their shame to the whole pack. Whoa. The son of a bitch is making a fool out of me. I must find Freya, and quickly. Open up, damn it! I need to find a way to get to her. I must hurry. A terrifying doll wearing boy's clothes. She's holding an envelope with a message inside. I think this message has something to do with that safe. 5 are the numbers leading to the princess. The first 2 represent betrayal and are engraved on the pillar. The third number is the number of suns erased by vanity. The fourth is the sum of the mask of shame. The last is the sign of the face of Tiresias. Open up, damn it. Okay, Mordred, focus. The girl's life is in your hands. 11. What was it? The first 2 are girls, so it's 11. Number of suns erased by vanity. The fourth is the sum of the mask of shame. The last is the sign of the face of Tiresias. 11. By the number of suns erased by vanity. I guess 1. 1, 1, 1. Sum of the mask of shame. 2. Triple 1, 2. Triple 1, 2, 8. No, let's try that. No, it's not. Okay, we know it's 1, 1. And then the last number is 8. The third is the number of suns erased by vanity. The third is the number of suns erased by vanity. Is it this one? That's 2? 1, 1, 2. One, 1, 2. 1, 1, 2, 2, 8. Well. Eh, shit. No, I didn't mean to press 0. Ah, yes, I got it. Finally, it's open. A ribbon used to celebrate a new birth, half blue and half pink. There's a key inside. A futuristic key that opens the way to Freya. Heaven gets a reopening. Rebirth is complete. Why the hell did that madman set up this creepy show? Why is the point? Oh. Shit, is it happening again? I need to open that door, I'm going to lose my mind. There we go. Is she dead? She's dead, isn't she? Please let her be alive. Please let my efforts not be. She's dead, isn't she? Oh boy. In vain. She's dead. Oh, it's you, detective. The princess and I were waiting for you. I must admit, I'm almost feel excited. After all this time, we finally meet face to face. Yeah, and I've been dying to shoot you in the head. Let her go, now. Don't worry about her. She has just been breathing in the gas in this room for some time. The same gas you're breathing in, to be precise. But you figured this out yourself, didn't you? What the hell is going on? Why does the mouth of his face keep changing? Spare me your bullshit, Pandora. Move an inch and I'll put a bullet in you. Oh, whoa. Oh no, detective. I'm afraid I'm going to live much longer, and you'll be the one to guarantee my safety. What the fuck are you talking about? I'm unarmed and far away from her, but you still haven't shot me. Clearly you realize that I would never approach you if I didn't have a way to kill her from a distance. Don't worry though. It's not my intention to do it. The only reason I brought you two here is because I want you to demonstrate something. What should I demonstrate to a loser? What should I demonstrate to a loser who enjoys killing girls to satisfy his perversions? Everyone says you are a monster because you don't feel guilty for the people you sentenced to death. But I believe the reality is quite different. The reason you can sleep at night is that you didn't see with your own eyes the agony of those people. When they died, you were in your office, enjoying your success with the police and that war of your colleague. But today, I'll let you enjoy the show from the front row. Unless you decide to let me go. I knew you were a psycho, but I didn't expect you to be this insane. Do you really think I will let you go? How can I be sure that you won't kill her anyway? Oh, that's the funny part. You just can't be sure. Look at my damn face. Do I look like the kind of man who gets manipulated by some stupid motherfucker? Oh, but I don't have the slightest intention to manipulate you. I'll just let you decide. Pull the trigger and her screams will haunt your nightmares forever. Let me go and you live knowing that you could have stopped me and you didn't. My life for the worm. My life of the worm for that of the girl. Your choice. God damn it. Save Freya, save Freya. I got her into this mess. I should probably get her out of it. And you so decided to let me go. You're a constant surprise, Mordred Foley. Now go, the princess is waiting for you. Don't worry, you hear from me when the time is right. Freya! Freya, can you hear me? We need to leave immediately. Mordred? Is that really you? Where's Pandora? Don't worry now, let's just get out of here. You're a mess, detective. You're starting to lose it. Here, let me help you. Yay? No yay? Right? I'm also like, you really are a bit big lad, you know. Damn your heavy ass. In case you have already forgotten, I just saved your ass. Try to show some gratitude at least. Let me tell you, you stink at being a hero. Anyway, the police are coming. Enjoy your moment of glory. I don't know, I should give her that glove. I should give up the glove. Wait, that is... Hera? What's going on? Hera? Oh. Mail received from Abigail Sherman. The life of the worm for that of the girl. A fair trade, don't you think? Well done, detective. If I could reach the lovely Abigail. It's all thanks to you. Oh shit. Chapter 1, Gods and Monsters. The end. Woo boy! Made a promise to Hera. Considering the possibility of not helping the Black Band, you hung up on Hera. You didn't keep on the line, sparing her the terrible scene. You showed David the glove. You didn't hide it, getting Freya into trouble. Cover up the relationship between Baker and Alicia. You didn't tell his wife the truth. You gave Baker the video. You cleared Baker of all charges. You saved Freya. You didn't shoot Pandora, condemning Abigail. I made some choices. I have made some choices, and I don't know if I'll probably regret it. Well, it's actually been exactly 2 hours, so I think it's a good. I did make some choices indeed. Let me just. Okay, there we go. Foley investigation. Chapter 2, okay. Yeah, well, that was a hell of a first chapter, alright. Exactly 2 hours, so I think I'll just call it here. But anyway, this definitely has a... This was a hell of a start. This was definitely a hell of a start to the game. And I hope you guys enjoy it. I'm definitely like hooked. I want to find out what's going on and stuff. Thanks for thanks for tuning in, and hope my reading was fine, because apparently English doesn't want to cooperate with me today, so it's like ugh. But I hope it was thrillerly. It was definitely thrillerly. It's gonna be, I guess it's gonna be even more thriller-y after from here on out. Yeah, it's definitely very interesting. So I'll put the event up for the next stream next week after this. But yeah, reading out loud is hard. It is. It's like I can read the words in my head, but when I like try to say it with my mouth, it's like blah, 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 blah. it just becomes rubbish. But yeah, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. Still, nevertheless, I'm definitely enjoying it. There are stuff interesting, I would say. I think they definitely tried to do like a lot of photorealism which, I mean, it more or less works, but yeah, it more or less works. I think it's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. But yeah, like, it's interesting. It definitely feels very cinematic so far, I would say. I mean just from like the title screen and everything, it really feels very cinematic. But yeah, like I said, I'm really interested to see what goes on from here. I guess we'll find out next week. But anyway, until then, thank you all again for tuning in. Thanks to the VOD viewers for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. And 2021. Hope you all. It's 2021, but a lot of things has happened already. So all of you, I hope you all stay safe. Wash your hands, all that fun stuff. And I will see you all next week for more dry drowning. Goodbye.